have to tell you something. Sorry, I need to tell you something. A secret about a place near where I live, just around the corner actually. You do not have to believe me. I understand that it may sound crazy. All I know is that I will never go there again. Not at night anyway, for I have experienced what lies within those endless trees. I was 14. It has taken me 2 years for me to finally tell you this, and I hope that you believe me. I had heard rumors about the woods, and my mother had told me to never go in there, not even in the daylight. I used to always defy my mother, and so I went in there with a couple of friends one night. The walk there was fine. I was eager to go to these so-called dangerous woods. Well, when we reached our destination, my heart already began to thump against my chest. The woods looked terrifying at night. I stood almost horrified amongst my friends. I no longer wanted to go inside. The trees towered over us. Its branches were like open arms welcoming us into the darkness. It was too dark to see what lay within them. Not even the moon could light up the shadows. I had an uneasy feeling about the woods, and I begged my friends that we should go home. Well, as you could probably guess, it pissed them off. I had dragged them out here to go into the woods, and now I was backing out. It's not like me to back out of things, but I did not want to go into those woods. We argued amongst ourselves. My friends were all against me, and thus, the decision that was decided was that we go into those woods. And so, we went in. The next morning, news broke out about the group of 14-year-old boys that had been butchered to death in the woods. I felt nothing for them. I told them I did not want to go into those woods. I told them that I had an uneasy feeling about the place. I was scared. I remember it so clearly. The 4 of them had decided to tell ghost stories just to add to my fear. One told of a man who lived in the woods, who was a lover of children's flesh. He would take them from behind when they were wandering through the woods alone, and would... That's when my friends decided to run off. I chased after them, trying to follow their laughter. It wasn't long before my ears had guided me into another direction, and silence surrounded me. I was scared so much that I began to cry. Not something that a 14-year-old boy should be doing, but I was fucking scared. My eyes couldn't adjust to the light, and I was left standing in what seemed like the endless black fog. This is how I pictured hell. I couldn't stop thinking about that story. I had horrible thoughts of how it ended. I was convinced it was real. Terrified, I started a slow jog through the woods. I know it sounds stupid, but sprinting just makes it feel more scary. I had picked up a rather large branch that obviously snapped off one of the trees. Not much of a weapon, but it would have to do. And I tried to find my way out. It seemed like I'd been running for ages. Maybe I'd been running in circles. I tried turning around and running in a different way. Well, after maybe 4 hours of running, I saw a light through the trees. A street light. I gave a sigh of relief and sprinted towards the light when something grabbed onto my shoulder. My heart stopped. I stopped breathing. My eyes were glued to the light. So close. I let out a tear. It laughed. Then, 3 other laughs followed. It was my friends. They continued to laugh and started to jeer. Out of pure anger, fear, and humiliation, I gripped onto the broken tree branch and beat all 4 of them to death. I could not see their blood, but I could smell it. I smiled. You don't have to believe me. I understand. It may sound crazy. Or maybe I'm crazy.